I think quite a lot of people would say, well, all right, there are lots of countries that behave very badly. Why should this impact on British jobs and British companies? Why should we try to stop Liz Truss approaching China for trade deals?
Well, I think the evidence of really what's happened since we've made ourselves so dependent on China then explains how the world, the Western world, the free world, then behaves. We have not called out China seriously on any of these issues at all. And instead of which, we've rushed China for all sorts of production of goods. The result is we've now become not just wholly dependent, but I believe wholly dependent on a malign organization. So, for example, after a large campaign we mounted in 2019, 2020, cross-party, by the way, we managed to block the government giving Huawei the 5G contract. It turns out that the security services were quite clear about the fact that Huawei poses a direct threat to our security. We've got them locked into our nuclear industry now, and there's a very strong belief that they pose a direct threat to that. UK universities are literally beholden to China for money to a degree that really affects how their science projects go. And we've found lots of Chinese postgrad students involved in often defense contracts over here, then heading back to China. China has a very clear view under President Xi about how the world should look, and it absolutely dismisses the idea of democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. They believe their system of government is the only system of government that works, and they are promoting it around the world into the developing world, where they give these huge loans, which become very serious debts hanging around the necks of many of these countries. I mean, you know, they make you, if you take a loan, buy their goods. They then send people to implement them. So, you know, it's a huge problem with China, and it's no good rushing back to them to ask and beg for more. We've seen what happens when you become dependent. During the COVID outbreak, why did we struggle to get any of the things that we needed, respirators, PPE equipment? Because it was all made in China. And China, of course, was looking after itself first. So there's a big question about this idea that we don't retain any strategic production or anything here in the Western world. And I think these are big questions to be asked. There's no question that China poses and wants to pose that direct threat to undermine us.